today is the homelessness problem in Utah. If you've ever driven through Salt Lake City or you've been to Salt Lake City, I'm sure you have noticed that there are a lot of people living on the streets and a lot of homeless people. And according to the 2021 Pandemic Pit, there are 3,565 Utahns experiencing homelessness on a single night. And an estimated 13,745 public school students experience homelessness over the course of a year. As these numbers continue to grow, something needs to be done, and we need to get these people off the streets and into a safe and warm environment. With homelessness, who is affected? Many people are affected by homelessness, but especially the young and the elderly. Everyone from different types of backgrounds are affected, and once someone is affected by homelessness, it is very hard for them to get out of that situation and essentially for them to survive. It's important to address because the amount of people who are homeless continues to rise, and no one should have to go through homelessness. But is a sad reality. It is a very sad reality that many in our state continue to face. Who is at stake with homelessness? Well, the people living on the streets. Many of the homeless suffer from diseases and illnesses such as malnutrition, heat exhaustion, pneumonia, hypothermia. Also, mental illness is also a big issue many struggle with, and why many become actually homeless. And this is also, a lot of these are caused by unsanitary and terrible living conditions. Some possible solutions. So there's not really a direct solution to this problem because homelessness will probably always be a thing, but there are a lot of ways that individual engaged citizens can help to try to solve this problem. Some of the ways that I would love to help is like volunteer homeless shelters and service organizations, donate your clothes, old clothes, food, other necessities like homeless shelters and organizations. You could also raise money to help support organizations that help homeless and organize events with like family and friends to create kits like sanitary kits, really any type of kit that could help, like blankets, stuff like that. And you could work with local businesses to hire these individuals. Um, some current efforts that I found were um, this organization called the Other Side Academy wants to create a tiny home village to house the homeless on a 45-acre plot in Salt Lake City. It would house 400 of the chronically homeless and be its own community with stores and shops, which would also give them jobs. But the thing is, Salt Lake leaders have to either approve or deny the zoning request, but it would be a great and affordable way to get the homeless off the streets. So one might contribute to this by either supporting they can support the proposal and fight for this cause if for some reason the zoning request is denied. Other efforts I found were made by different resource centers like the Midville Family Resource Center, the Gal Miller Resource Center, and many more. They help feed the homeless, give them shelter, and much more. One can help by volunteering at these centers and helping out when they can. Students in community engaged learning might help solve the problem is that they can solve it the same way as the general public by donating, volunteering, and etc. But they also might be able to solve homelessness more effectively because they know how to approach the projects that go into helping these people and having an open mind and an empathy for these individuals. We also know not to have the mindset that we are better than them, but we are equals and they are just struggling and they need help. We know that a lot of research needs to be done before doing these projects so that it can be done right and so we can know what resources are to be needed. And with the knowledge of community engaged learning, students like us can complete service projects and help those who need it more efficiently and effectively than those who aren't learning community engaged learning. Some classes here at Snow that could do something to address the issue of homelessness would obviously be this class. This class is a great resource. This class can teach us how to approach that problem and how to form a project that can help the issue. And psychology classes can help teach us how to have a sense of empathy for them, but also how to approach them in a positive way that doesn't make them feel like degraded or like sad. It can also teach us how to help those that are like struggling mentally and who need help. How the problem or solution fits into pathways of public service and engaged citizenship. So I was thinking the problem of homelessness and many of the solutions I mentioned would belong under the direct service pathway because A lot of homelessness, like work and helping them, often requires direct contact with the individuals and working to address the immediate needs of those struggling. Um, the level of engaged citizenship working with the homeless would fit under a participatory citizen, I believe, because many of the solutions I mentioned earlier require active participation and leadership to help improve the quality of life of those struggling. They need hands on, like, you have to participate to help them. So, in conclusion, the homelessness problem in Utah continues to rise, and this needs to change. We need to work together as a community to fix this issue and to get people off the streets. No one deserves to live hungry, cold, and with no place to go, yet many Utahns do. If we can all work together to better the lives of those struggling, I really believe we can make a difference. Thank you.